Large language models cannot read words as humans do. They only understand numbers. Tokenization is the bridge that converts raw text into a sequence of integers. We start by defining a simple corpus of text to analyze. A common mistake is thinking models see whole words, but they actually see chunks called tokens. Let's define our initial training sentence to work with. The simplest form of tokenization is white space splitting. We use the split method to break our string into a list of individual words. This creates a raw sequence of tokens that we can now analyze for uniqueness. Be careful, as this basic method fails to handle punctuation, like commas or periods, which would remain attached to the words. To map words to numbers, we need a vocabulary of every unique token present in our data. We use a set to remove duplicates and then sort them to ensure a consistent order. This sorted list becomes our master reference. A frequent error is forgetting to sort the set, which would lead to random ID assignments every time you run the code. Now we create a lookup table, or dictionary, that assigns a unique integer to each word in our vocabulary. We use a dictionary comprehension to pair the index of the word with the word itself. This allows the model to perform a fast O of 1 lookup. Remember, these IDs are arbitrary. The model doesn't know hello is 0, it just knows 0 is a distinct entity. Since the model will eventually output numbers, we need a way to translate those numbers back into human-readable text. We create a reverse mapping by swapping the keys and values of our first dictionary. This is essential for the decoding phase. A common mistake is trying to search the word to ID map in a loop, which is incredibly slow compared to this direct lookup. Encoding is the act of transforming a sentence into a list of IDs. We iterate through our tokens and look up the corresponding ID in our word to ID dictionary. This converts our human text into a numerical vector. If you encounter a word not in your vocabulary, this code will crash with a key error, which is why real tokenizers use a special unknown token. Decoding is the exact inverse of encoding. We take the list of integers and map them back to words using our ID to word dictionary. Finally, we join these words back together with spaces to reconstruct the sentence. Notice that we are simply retrieving the original strings. This confirms our mapping is bidirectional and lossless for the words we know. In the real world, we will encounter words the model has never seen before. To prevent crashes, we introduce a special token called UNK for unknown words. We add this to our vocabulary and use the get method with a default value during encoding. This ensures the model can handle any input without failing, even if it doesn't understand the specific word. Let's update our encoding logic to use the UNK token. Instead of direct bracket access, we use the dictionary get method. If a word is missing from our vocabulary, it now defaults to the UNK ID. This is a critical step for production systems. Try passing a word like JavaScript to see it get converted to the unknown token ID. LLMs often need to know where a sentence starts and ends. We add special tokens like SOS for start of sentence and EOS for end of sentence. These help the model understand boundaries during generation. A common mistake is adding these during the split phase. They should be added manually to the sequence to mark the structural limits of the text. To make this reusable, we wrap all this logic into a single Python class. This encapsulates the vocabulary, the maps, and the encode and decode methods. By doing this, we can save the tokenizer state and load it later. Without a class, you would have to manage multiple global dictionaries, which quickly becomes a nightmare as your project grows. Now we put everything together for a final test. We initialize our tokenizer, encode a new phrase, and immediately decode it back. We can see that known words are preserved, while unknown words are handled gracefully. You have now built the fundamental input pipeline of an LLM using nothing but pure Python. This is the exact logic, albeit scaled up, used by GPT and Llama.